Now we are going to discuss about the types of decay. In last session we discussed about the radioactivity. Okay, now during this radioactivity, number of particles which is emitted from the nucleus, this is called a types of decay. So we have a three types of decay. Let's we note here. So first it's the alpha decay, second is a beta decay, and third one is the gamma decay. Sometimes it is called alpha emission, this is called beta emission, and this one is called gamma emission. Before we are going to discuss about these three types of decay, let's we understand how the nuclear reaction is balanced. Okay, this is quite important thing because it is required to write the nuclear reaction in these three cases. So thus how to balance nuclear reaction, that is our question. Okay, you just write in a note. Suppose you have a one nuclei X, you have a one nuclei, consider X. So this nuclei is converted into another nuclei, suppose P and Q, like this. You consider, suppose you have a one nuclei X and it is converted into two nuclei P and Q, like this. So you consider thus atomic X is represented like this, ZXA, and you write this nucleus of this P. So Z, suppose its atomic number is Z1, so Z1P A1 plus similar for Q, Z2Q A2. If you write this type of reaction here, then in this reaction, if you write any nuclear reaction like this, then in this reaction how you balance this? So this total summation of Z on left hand side is equal to total summation of Z on right hand side. This must be the same. So here the rule number one. Rule number one. What is the rule number one? Z is equal to Z1 plus Z2. Z is equal to Z1 plus Z2. And rule number two, the total summation of atomic mass on left hand side is equal to total summation of atomic mass on right hand side, must be the same. So the second rule is what? A is equal to A1 plus A2. All of you guys must be remember this. Always total Z and total A, left hand side and right hand side must be same. This one is always the same, so you must be remember this. Now let's we discuss about the alpha decay. First one, okay. So why the alpha decay is occurs with the any nucleus? So if you consider the any heavy nuclei, as we discussed in the previous sessions, if you consider any heavy nuclei, any heavy nucleus, then the nuclear force is having a short range. This force does not balanced by the large repulsive force. So here we write down the nuclear forces does not balanced by large electrostatic repulsive force. Nuclear forces does not balanced by large electrostatic repulsive forces, and due to this this heavy nuclei becomes unstable. Due to this reason, this heavy nuclei becomes unstable. When this heavy nuclei becomes unstable, then some energy is released in the form of alpha particle. Some energy is released in the form of alpha particle, and due to this alpha decay is occurs. When the alpha decay occurs, so some energy is released from this nucleus and nuclei becomes stable. So after releasing of this alpha particle, this nucleus becomes stable. Nucleus becomes stable. So this is the reason why the alpha decay is occurs. That is the reason. So what is this alpha particle first? So alpha part, as we know, the alpha particle simple, it is a helium nucleus. So alpha particle, actually alpha particle is nothing, that is what, helium nucleus, and it is represented 2He4. This is the alpha particle. All of you note this thing. What is alpha particle? So alpha particle is a helium nucleus and it is represented by 2He4 like this. So let's see, write a nuclear reaction for this alpha particle. Suppose any heavy nuclei X is converted into Y due to the alpha decay. Then how we write a nuclear reaction for this one? So let's see, nuclear reaction for the alpha decay. So consider any heavy nuclei X, any heavy nuclei X is converted into other nuclei Y, and due to this process the alpha particle is released. Alpha particle is released. So this alpha particle is what? Actually alpha particle is a helium nucleus, which means helium nucleus is released, 2He4. Then how you write this value? How you balance this equation? This is the process. This is the nuclear process. So consider this X element is writing like this, ZXA. Let's consider the atomic number of X element is what? Z, and atomic mass of this X element is what? A. So Z, here we write a Z, so Z, X, atomic mass A, so A. Okay, now it's converted into Y. So this is converted into Y, and it is here in this process helium nucleus, it means alpha particle is released. So you are using this formula here. Always the Z, left hand side Z is equal to summation of right hand side Z. So how much here? Z. So how much here? 2. So you can write here, for the balancing of this equation, Z minus 2. Now you consider Z. So here Z minus 2 plus 2. How much total? Z. So again Z and Z same. So thus atomic number of this Y must be Z minus 2. Similar for this above side, atomic mass, here A, here how much? 4. So what is required here? So here we have to require, that is A minus 4. Otherwise it is not balanced. See, here total is what? A. So here total is A minus 4 plus 4. A minus 4 plus 4. So total is what? A. So left hand side total atomic mass is A, right hand side total atomic mass is A. So this and this both side, this both are balanced. So in any nuclear reaction, this is must be balanced, Z and A. So you write this equation like this, and during this decay this energy is released, and here the energy is released in the form of kinetic energy. Here this energy is released in the form of kinetic energy. Let's discuss about this energy, but you must be remember this is the nuclear reaction in this case. So how we get this Q value of this reaction? So Q value of the alpha decay, that is quite important thing. Q value of alpha decay. So Q value is what? Q value is a delta MC square. So here total mass of X minus total mass of this one into C square, that is our answer. So Q value, here we write this Q value like this. The Q, sometimes it is also called delta E, is equal to Q is equal to delta MC square in terms of joule, and second terms is what? We write this answer in this way also, delta M into 931.5 MeV, like this. We have a two method to write this answer. So if you consider this method in joule, then delta M in terms of, delta M is in terms of kg, and here the delta M is in terms of AMU. Delta M is in terms of AMU, like this. So this is the simple method. Now how we get this delta m here in this equation? So we can write down this equation in this way: delta A is equal to Q delta m. So this total mass on left hand side minus total mass on right hand side. What is total mass of left hand side? So left hand side total mass is mass of x. So mass of x minus right hand side mass of y plus mass of alpha, because both these elements are present here. So mass of x minus plus mass of alpha. So minus mass of x minus mass of alpha, and mass of alpha generally given to us in a problem, multiply by 931.5 MeV. We write this all this value of this mass of x minus mass of y. So all this value you must be right in terms of AMU. Why? We are using this 931.5. So here it is in terms of AMU. So that's the unit of mass is AMU. So this is the Q value. This is the Q value of the alpha decay. Now any example, we have to discuss one example of the alpha decay, very simple one. See, if you consider this situation, this type of thing is occurs here. Okay, let's we discuss one example. Here we write a example of alpha decay. Consider you have a one nucleus 92U238, 92 uranium 238. Now this uranium is producing a alpha. It's a release the alpha. So 2He4, alpha means what? 2He4. So what happened here? Plus here something is produced, a new, this uranium is converted into another nuclei. So here 92, here 2. What is the remaining? So 92 minus 2, remaining is 90. So thus atomic number of the new nucleus is 90. And here 238, here 4. So 238 minus 4, how much it is total? A minus 4. See, A minus 4, Z minus 2. So 238 minus 4, total is 234. So its atomic mass is 234. And if you find the element, then this element is a thorium, Th. So this is the one example of alpha decay. Okay, this is the one example of alpha decay in which this alpha is produced. So when the uranium is decayed in the thorium, then the alpha particle is produced here. So how the alpha particle, what happened when the alpha particle is released from the nucleus? Then the case is very simple. So you write this is in note, one no special note for this alpha decay. Let's see, if you consider that is a x, that is what? X. And right now suppose x is at rest. You understand it properly? Suppose you have a one nucleus, what? X. Now when this x is released the helium, release the alpha particle, it is converted into y. So now initially it is at rest. Okay, so now consider it is converted into y. So maybe it is a producer alpha particle. So let's consider it is produce alpha particle, and another side it is produce new nucleus. Which nucleus? Y. So x is converted into y and alpha. So x is converted into y and alpha particle. So let's consider this alpha particle is moving with some speed. So its speed is v alpha, and this y is also released from here. So its speed is suppose vy. So v alpha and vy, like this, both are released. So whatever the energy here, whatever the energy is here, delta E is equal to Q, is releasing this energy. We discuss about this released energy. So this released energy is in the terms of kinetic energy of alpha particle plus kinetic energy of y, this y nucleus. Okay, this released energy is in the form of kinetic energy of alpha particle plus kinetic energy of y. Okay, if you consider this is also at rest, if y is at rest, then the kinetic energy of alpha particle is maximum. Then kinetic energy of alpha particle is maximum. For an example, let's we write this two case here. So case 1, after releasing of alpha particle, if you consider this one, y is at rest. Okay, so if y is at rest, means it is not moving, only alpha particle is moving. So we can say that kinetic energy of alpha particle is, this is the case in which kinetic energy of alpha is what? Maximum. Kinetic energy of alpha particle is maximum. Why? All this energy, whatever the energy released here, is converted into kinetic energy of alpha particle, because it is at rest. So there is no kinetic energy. Okay. If you have to write the answer, then you can write this value like this: energy released delta E is equal to Q is equal to kinetic energy of alpha. Let's we write it here somewhere here. Released is equal to delta E is equal to Q is equal to kinetic energy of alpha plus kinetic energy of Y. You write this value in this way. So here what is the case 1? If ky is 0, if y is at rest after process, then ky is 0, then k alpha is maximum. What is this k alpha maximum? It is equal to q value of this reaction. And what is this q value of this reaction? It is given here. So we can write down this answer. If it is maximum, then k alpha maximum is equal to q. K alpha maximum is equal to Q. That is the first note. Now consider the second case. Case 2. If it is not rest, if y is also moving with the alpha particle, then what is the kinetic energy of alpha particle? That is the second equation. And this second equation we remember directly, which is used in MCQ. We are not derive this relation whenever this question is asking to us. We use this equation directly. Okay, so final analysis of this second case, you must be remember this equation. So what is case 2? If y is at rest here, now both are moving. Both are moving means alpha particle as well as y nucleus. If both are moving, this one is moving with v alpha, this one is moving with vy. So what is this relation between them? So consider this mass of alpha particle is what? M alpha. Mass of y is what? That is my. Okay, and if you see this relation, so m alpha is equal to 4 and my is equal to a minus 4. This is represents a mass. This one is represents a mass. So m alpha is equal to 4 and my is equal to a minus 4. So at the end of this relation, we put this value 4 and a minus 4. So use the momentum conservation here, because there is no external force is present. If external force is 0, then in this situation, in this process, momentum is always conserved. So using momentum conservation, so by using momentum conservation, we have to finding out the kinetic energy of alpha particle. We have to finding out the kinetic energy of alpha particle. So by using momentum conservation, we write this value like this. See, m alpha v alpha is equal to my vy. Yes or no? Momentum conservation. So mv is equal to mv. So find this vy from this equation. So what is vy? So vy is equal to m alpha v alpha upon my. So this is the equation. Okay, now this put this value here, so we get this final answer. So what is q value? From put this value in this equation. So kinetic and total energy we writing like this: total kinetic energy K is equal to K alpha. So what is K alpha? 1/2 m alpha v alpha square plus ky. So ky is what? 1/2 my vy square. 1/2 m alpha v alpha square plus 1/2 my vy square. So what is this? So 1/2 m alpha v alpha square plus 1/2 my. What is Vy square? Vy square means the total square. So that is what? M alpha square into V alpha square upon My square. Now see here, 1/2 M alpha V alpha square, 1/2 here, 1 M alpha and V alpha square. Let's take a common out here. So that is equation 1/2 M alpha V alpha square. So remaining here, this all the terms is common out. So remaining here 1. Here 1 My is cancel out. See, this My and this My cancel out, and in numerator 1 alpha is taken outside, so remaining was what here. So in a numerator M alpha, in a denominator My, like this. So this K is equal to what? Q actually. So K is equal to Q. So let's see, simplify this equation. So Q is equal to, what is this? K alpha. So that is K alpha into, we can write down this value, simplify this one. So My plus M alpha upon My, like this. So what is the mass of this whole? So Q is equal to K alpha into, what is My plus M alpha? Mass of Y nucleus plus mass of alpha. So mass of Y nucleus plus mass of alpha, A minus 4 plus 4. What is this total? Total is A. So this is equal to A upon, what is mass of Y? Mass of Y is equal to A minus 4. So we put this value here. So that is A minus 4. So finally from this equation, the kinetic energy of alpha is given like this. So kinetic energy of alpha is equal to, let's take this head of this equation, K alpha. So Q into A minus 4 upon A. When the Y is not at rest, then kinetic energy of alpha is given by this one. If Y is at rest, then the kinetic energy of alpha is given by this equation. So we have two cases here, and see, whenever this type of question is asking to you in examination, you use this equation directly. Okay, at that time we are not derive this equation. So you must be remember this equation. In alpha decay, kinetic energy of alpha is given by Q into A minus 4 upon A, where A is the atomic number of atomic mass of X, where A is the atomic mass of X. And how you get this Q value? So this is the equation of Q value for the alpha decay relation, alpha decay process. Mx minus My minus M alpha multiplied by 931.5 MeV, where this all this mass in terms of Mu. This whole mass you must be considered in terms of Mu. Okay, before we are going to discuss about this beta decay, all of you guys pause your screen and note down this in your books. Okay.